Okay, it is May the 7th, Sunday evening, 2 minutes before the weekly close. Let's do the market outlook and plans for the week ahead. So before I get into things, start off, I just got back from vacation, so I'm feeling pretty refreshed. Gonna do a pretty light rundown today, and I'll do some more thorough ones later this week. I just got back, and I'm pretty tired. I've been traveling for like 7 hours, so yeah, pretty tired right now, but let's get into things here. So let's start off with events. So we actually have some stuff going on this week. On Wednesday we have the CPI, and then on Thursday we have the FOMC talks. So Wednesday and Thursday are going to be our boomer days. Moving forward, let's go ahead and get it to S&P. Very eager to talk about Bitcoin because we're moving right now, but let's start off with the S&P. So as far as I'm concerned with the S&P, we're still fighting for that acceptance outside of this macro comp. I really don't think that it's going to resolve to the upside. If I, had to guess, still leaning towards this plan of, pulling back from this range, rejecting off this larger macro range to pull back to the kind of midpoint where we have our yearly VWAP, HVN, and several other overlaps, which ultimately I think will resolve to the upside. So pull back here and continue to the upside. Just the continuation of this upwards channel pattern that we've had playing for the last like 4 or 5 months now. So that's pretty much it for the S&P. I wouldn't be long biased going into the week with structure looking like this and it being May. I think that equities will probably get beat up a bit here and trade back down. So the S&P down to 4K. We look to get long down there with invalidation below 39. So keep it simple. Let's go ahead and get into the corn though. This is definitely the main thing I want to talk about here. They're the classic weekly open front run sell-off. So, just before the, just like 20 minutes before the weekly close, getting hit with a big sell wave right now. So that's definitely probably pretty telling. So the main thing I was looking at, you guys already know about this from last week. So our main focus was this 28.8 level. We're long bias above 28.8 and we're short bias below it. So it really is that simple. I'm bearish as long as we trade below 28.8. It's looking more and more like we're going to trade back down, especially with a weekly open like this. I don't imagine that they're going to reverse course. So we're probably going to trade down. So it really ultimately is the continuation of this play that we had talked about. So our original plans we were looking for was the reclaim, the rejection, and the buy the dip. So it looks like we're definitely in fact getting the rejection, which is going to lead to the buy the dip setup. So that's kind of my higher time frame thoughts is basically survive the May blood, because the meme is continuing to play out. So it looks like we'll keep trading down throughout May, probably chop it up in the last 2 months of summer before trending back up in Q3 in my opinion. So that's pretty much it for the corn thoughts. Again, let's look at the lower time or like the medium time frame chart just to make sure everything's clear. It really is as simple as keeping an eye on the quarterly VWAP and this macro comp. If we get back above 28.8, again, we're probably honestly looking for this kind of rejection play, to be honest. But if it makes a legitimate reclaim, that was what we were looking for, to be targeting towards 32 and 33. I just see that as incredibly unlikely. The effort was definitely put in from the spot buyers. There was a lot of spot buying that's been happening throughout this chop, and it doesn't really seem to be making that much progress. So, maybe they're operating on a higher time frame than I'm considering, and they're just patient. But it definitely seems like So probably gonna aim to buy the dip down here, basically, and anywhere from 26 all the way down to 24 is by the dip zone. So we'll digress from Bitcoin. And mainly just focusing on surviving the May blood. It definitely seems like the meme's gonna play out. For more information, check out the Paragon group with the link below, where I cover everything from how I trade to how you can develop your own style. Gonna play out. So we'll lightly touch on altcoins here. I'm super out of tune with the market right now because I've been AFK for like 4 days and I'm super tired right now. But just off my quick scan, there was really only 2 coins I liked. So that's first off going to be Tomo. This is one I was talking about last week. I really liked it. My actual setup from the stream kind of played out perfectly. Of course, I didn't take it, classic. But I do think Tomo structuring looks really good. So, this play is pretty much invalid now at this point. But, like a pullback towards 87, 86 is probably a buy the dip scenario. Probably get a response off of that. The other coin that I kind of like still is Render. So let's go to the spot pair so that we have a little more history. Okay, yeah, so this play definitely looks like it's still intact. Probably trade down a little bit lower. and hopefully sign support for upwards continuation. So it's pretty crazy. Some of these, you know, the aggregate market looks like absolute dog shit. Pretty much every coin looks like it's about to go to zero, even the coins that were, you know, strong throughout all this whole bull trend. But, you know, strangely enough, like Render and Tomo look like they want to trade up still. So I can't be bearish on things like this that look actually good. So if I wanted to long anything, it's probably Tomo and Render. And then, you know, I might be shorting some shitcoins this week, potentially. We'll see. That's it. Cheers.